क्या आप आने वाले आरबीआई ग्रेड बी एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं? तो जमकर कीजिए तैयारी ग्रेड अप के साथ। You will get over here live classes by expert faculty, daily study plan for effective.
Okay, when you call scanner object any methods, you must pass only that type of values only. Should not pass different type of values. Okay, you should not pass different type of values. If you pass different type of values, we'll get input mismatch exception. Okay, now, any more doubts? Any more doubts? Shall we enter into next points? Okay, today we will try to understand continuation to object-oriented programming basics. Okay, that is variable and types of variables. Okay, now variable and types of variables. So this topic is very important topic. It's playing very important role in your entire what you call object-oriented programming. So while I'm going, if you got any doubts, please requesting you raise your doubt. Okay, raise your doubt and try to get clarity. Try to get clarity and allow me to go to next point. So blindly don't listen. Blindly don't listen. Okay, blindly don't listen. So try to ask every question I am, try to understand every point I'm explaining and you can happily raise any question while going on. Okay, fine. Just read first 7 points. Already you know. Read 7 points. Already you know. Variable related points already we discussed in the data types chapter. Just check once. What is the need of this chapter? First point you should understand. Any chapter you take, first you need to understand what the need. After understanding the need, then you should go for what, why, how, where, when, which. Okay, so these WH questions you have to complete. That is our target. In this variable chapter, we got Java 10 new feature. Okay, in Java 10, one new feature we got in this variable chapter. That also you should learn. Okay, that is local variable type inference. Java 10 a new feature, variable type, local variable type inference, one new feature came. That also we will learn and continue. Okay, right. So any doubt you have, please try to raise your questions and ask. Okay, people who are watching from YouTube live, you also can ask. Okay, any questions are coming, you can ask. So this is a regular topic. Okay, it's a regular core Java course topic. So if you are a new student, you don't know anything Java, then this batch is not suitable for you. You can opt for new batch. So if you know already Java, you are doing Java already, you know Java already, then this chapter is very interesting and so many new points you are learning. Okay, so so many new points you are learning. Happily you can continue and try to understand. The class will go up to 130. Okay, class will go up to 130. Definitely you will learn some new points, some important interesting points. Okay, some design level points you are going to learn. So try to concentrate and learn. Try to answer Nana. Variable and the types of variables. Here two sections are there. First we should get clarity on variable, then following by you should get clarity on types of variables. Fine. Then need of this chapter. Tell me what the need of this chapter. This chapter is used for allocating memory to store one value and to store multiple values. To store one value, we need variable memory. To store multiple values, I need object memory. To store multiple values of different same type, I need array object. If you want to store multiple values of different type, you need what? Class object. So need of this chapter, what is a variable, why variable, we need to understand first clarity. So need of this chapter. In this chapter, we will learn learning storing values, okay, storing values and objects temporarily during program execution. Okay, storing values and objects. So object is meant for storing multiple values. Now chapter is what? Variable. A variable can store either value or can store what? Object also. A variable meant for storing value and object temporarily during program execution. Now in your academics and in some textbooks and blogs you might have seen, compiler will allocate memory. Tell me, if a compiler allocate memory at the during compilation time, if a compiler allocate memory, how that memory can be used at runtime? Are you catching my point? So as per my knowledge, compilation time memory not allocated. At a compilation time, just compiler software verify the syntax is valid or not. That much only. Only it will verify syntax is valid or not. It doesn't allocate any memory as per my knowledge. So as memory is always during program execution, JVM only will take care of it. Okay. In this chapter, we will learn storing values and objects temporarily during program execution. In this chapter, we will learn storing values of an object and storing values of an operation. Oh, wonderful. First, what we done? I can store values. Okay, fine. I store values and objects. Excellent. But now whose values you need to store? C is, if you take C language is a mathematical based programming language, structured programming language. So there is no point of storing values for what? Object. But in Java, we have to think every time two levels. Number one, mathematical wise. Number two, object wise. Repeating again, you must think at mathematical level, at object level. So now we should learn storing values for operation. Operation means maths. Next, I want to store values for object. Object means what? Object oriented programming. So if you want to store values of an object, I must create variable someplace. Place inside a class where I should create. If you want to store values of an operation, where I should create the variable. Very simple. If you want to store values of an object, tell me, you want to store Java from Hari Krishna, you must join in my classroom. You want to learn Java from other faculty, you should go to that faculty class. Am I right? Am I right? You want to watch movie, you should go to cinema theater. You should not come to my class. In my class, movie will not be played. Java movie will played. Java movie will played. In this Java movie, who is hero? Hari Krishna. Who is heroine? Hari Krishna. Who is villain? Hari Krishna. Okay. Who is a comedian? Hari Krishna. Everything is Hari Krishna. You are the audience. Okay. If you want to see real movie, you must go to cinema theater. Similarly, here also, what you need to understand, I want to store value for an object. Who is representing object? Nana? Who is representing object? Class. I want to store values of an operation. Who is representing operation? Method. Yes or no? We already discussed this point, right? Now values are representing by variable. Where I should create variable depending on your requirement. You want to store value of an object, create the variable at class level outside of the methods. I want to store value of an operation, then create the variable inside the method. Did you understand my statement? So you should learn storing value for an object, storing value for an operation. For the two different places, you must create variable that is called types of variables. So the chapter name is what? Variable and types of variable. So first we are trying to understand how to create a variable to store value, how to create a variable to store object. This is a topic is what? Variable topic. Okay, this is a variable topic. After you understand variable topic, then I'm taking types of variables. I want to store value for object. I need one type of variable called class level variable. I want to store value of operation. Then we should learn method level variable. Okay, then if you want to store value of an object, everybody know na? Object has instances, right? First instance, second instance, third instance, fourth instance, fifth instance, so many instances are there. I want to store value common to all instances. I want to store value common to all instances. I want to store value specific to every instance. Are you catching my point? I want to store value common to all instances. I want to store value specific to each instance. For that, I need to learn some more types of variables. Allocating common memory to all objects, static variable. Class level variables are again divided into two types. Static variable, allocating individual memory to each object. For that we have class level variable, non-static variable. Static variable, non-static variable. Class level variables are divided into two types. Then next, if you carefully observe, method level variable meant for storing values on operation. Every operation contain two types of things, Nana. Number one, what? Input values, and number two, what? Output values. Input values and output values. I want to receive the input values from other programmer who is calling my method. For that, you need to use a variable of what? Parameter. A variable of what? Parameter, right? Method level variables are what? Parameter. To store output values or values specific to operation. For that, we need a variable called what? Local variable. So method level variables are of two types. So this is the complete chapter what you are going to learn, clarity. So complete picture I have given. Now we need to understand now about each and every point individual. Tell me, you want to go to swimming. When you go to swimming, first you are learning about water, how the water look like, you touching the water and see how it feels to your body, and then you are trying to take some life jackets or water, something saving your body, and then with the life jackets you are jumping into water. Lot of precautions, lot of overview picture you are going to get, and then started working. Am I right? When you want to go to Hyderabad from your native place, you want to come to Hyderabad, all right, you are choosing what are the different transport medias are there, transport ways are there, what is the fare of each transport, how much time it will take, now how many stages are coming, what are the different stages, bus or train will stop, where the food is available, what type of food available, lot of precautions you are taking and jumping into the journey. So the same procedure we are following. Variable and types of variable story also we are following the same way. Everyone understand up to now? Everyone understand up to now? So finally, come on, visualize what you are learning. First, we are learning basic concept, how to create a variable for storing value, for storing object, and how to read value, how to read
Smell ready with Axe Ticket.
Oh mama, pretty mama, yeah 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 yeah. Oh mama.
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग में और ज्यादा
variable story also we are following the same way. Everyone understand up to now? Everyone understand up to now? So finally, come on, visualize what you are learning. First, we are learning basic concept, how to create a variable for storing value, for storing object, and how to read value, how to modify value. Okay, these are the small precautions, first understanding. Later, we started understanding how to store that value and object for another object, how to store the value and object for operation, how to store value and object common to all objects, how to store value and object specific to each object. Okay, the next, how to store value and object pass as a input to the method, how to store value and object as a local to the particular method. These are the details first we are trying to learn. Clear up to now? Clear? Shall I start? Definition of this is the diagram, final diagram, need of this chapter, diagrammatic representation. Check once. Now, first point, tell me, what is a variable and what is the use of variable? We are starting first story about variable. First 2 lines, first we complete. And then we'll go for next 2 lines, next 2 lines. Step by step we are going. Systematic way we are going and complete. Now tell me first, next point. What is a variable and what the use of a variable? Tell me what is a variable? Variable is meant for storing value. A variable is a bottle. A variable is a bottle. A variable is a container. Okay, a variable is a container. A variable is a container which can contain a value or which can contain object. Okay, a variable is a container which can contain value or which can contain object. But the word container we should not use. Generally people say variable is a container. We should not say container. Container means which can contain multiple values. Array is a container. Class object is a container. Container means which you should contain some more values, multiple values. But variable should not pronounce as a container. We should say it is a memory location. Okay, it is a memory location. It's something that is created for storing only either value or only one object reference. Okay, only one value or one object reference you are storing. Should not call it as a container. That is a wrong statement. We must call it as what? Memory location. A memory location is represented by like this. Okay, now I am trying to store a value called 10. I created another variable and storing the reference called 10 pointing to one object. It contains some more variables x and y. Okay, fine. Then value 0, 0 replace with some value 5 or 6. Okay. Then tell me, once you create a variable, in order to read the value, in order to read object values, I must access these variables from the next lines. Now, to access these variables from the next lines, they must have name, x, y, a, b, some names, your wish. Any name you can give, but not as your wish. You have to follow the rules. Identifier 7 rules are there. Identifier rules, 7 rules you must follow. Okay, got clarity? Yeah? So tell me now, what is a variable? A variable is a memory location which contain name. So can I say it is a named memory location? Can I say variable is a named memory location? A variable is a named memory location. What is a variable? A variable is a named memory location. Fine. Then tell me, what the use of this named memory location? For storing a value, a 10, 20, 30 mathematical value, or for storing object reference. It is used for storing a value or object reference. When and how long? When and how long? Temporarily during program execution. This word is very, very important. This is the statement. What is a variable? What the use of variable? What? Why? Completed. Are you comfortable? Are you getting visualization? Are you getting visualization to your eyes? Are you getting visualization to your eyes? Try to think. When I say Balai Babu, when I say Balai Babu, you will not get the spelling of Balai Babu, right? Very important. Balaya Babu. Okay, he is Mr. Balai Babu. Where is images? Okay, he is Mr. Balai Babu. He is Mr. Balai Babu. Okay, so the face of the Balai Babu will come. When I say Pawan Kalyan Babu, Pawan Kalyan Babu, he is Mr. Pawan Kalyan Babu. Very images, Rabbi. Okay, he is Mr. Pawan Kalyan Babu. Okay, na? He is Mr. Pawan Kalyan Babu. His face should come. Hindi people, if I say Shah Rukh Khan Babu, Salman Khan Babu, Salman Khan Babu. When I say Salman Khan, you must get his face, not the spelling. Kandalvira. Okay, did you understand my point? My favorite hero, Amir Khan. Where is Amir Khan, Rav? My favorite hero, Amir Khan. Okay, so everybody have their own favorite. Why? Because he always give some wonderful movies. Okay, so yeah, Gajni. So now try to answer. When you Balai Babu a hardcore fan, Mahesh Babu hardcore fan, Pawan Kalyan Babu hardcore fan. Okay. From Tollywood, all heroes are my fans. Chichi, Hollywood, my fans are all Tollywood heroes. From Bollywood, okay, I more prefer American because his movies are, little bit different from all the people. Tare Jamanpur, Three Idiots. Okay, those movies are suitable to my class. Okay, that's why I like that movies. Okay.
क्या आप आने वाले आरबीआई ग्रेड बी एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं? तो जमकर कीजिए तैयारी।
Yeah, those movies are suitable to my class. Right. Come to the point. A variable is a named memory location. Whenever I say variable, from here onwards, whenever I say variable, very important, all you people should not visualize the spelling of the variable. You must visualize the memory box. Okay? A variable is a named memory location. It is used for storing a value or object reference temporarily during program execution. Point number 1. Okay, fine. What do I completed? Then how can I create variable? Sir, if you want to create variable, you must specify size of the memory and type of the memory. Size of the memory, type of the memory decided by whom now? Data type. Then how can we create a variable? To create variable, we must use a data type. Which data type? Which data type? A variable is created by using data type. Which data type? Maybe primitive data type or maybe reference data type. Why? Sir, if you want to store value, value is a mathematics. Which represent mathematics? Primitive data types. I want to store object. Who will represent object? Reference data type. If you want to create a variable for storing primitive value like 5, mathematical value 5, I must use primitive data type. If you want to store one object reference, you must create variable by using referenced data type. You all people know how many primitive data types are there, how many reference data types are there. So for creating variable, we must use any of the 8 primitive data types: byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean, based on the mathematical value we wanted to store. Next, we can use any of the 7 reference data types. What are the 7 reference data types? Array, class, abstract class, final class, interface, enum, annotation. Any of the 7 reference data types we can use based on the type of the object we wanted to store. Clear? Up to now clear? Syntax is clear? I mean, up to now, all the points, what, why, how, clearer? YouTube watching people, up to now clearer? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please raise your questions. I'm ready to answer to you also. Not only live class people, I will also answer to the YouTube people. You can also ask the questions. Right. Next, moving to the next point. Now try to answer. What the basic syntax for creating variable? So we learn what is the use of variable. Then I need to create variable. What the basic syntax for creating variable? The basic syntax for creating variable is data type. Obviously data type, following by variable name, following by equal to value. Data type, variable name, equal to value. This is the syntax. This is the basic syntax, not full syntax. Full syntax I will tell you. This is the very basic syntax, okay? Mandatory syntax. Data type, variable name equal to, even value also not mandatory. Data type, variable name, semicolon. Okay, what the mandatory syntax? Data type, variable name, semicolon is the mandatory syntax. No, variable is meant for storing some value. I want assign. You can assign the value. First you declare, later you can initialize in the next line. Okay, but no, I want to create, declare and initialize in the same line. You can also assign. This is the basic syntax. Now tell me, sir, here there is an important terminology. The data type can be either a primitive data type or can be reference data type. Very, very important syntax is there. This data type may be primitive data type or maybe reference data type. Okay, right. So now data type can be primitive data type or can be reference data type. Then tell me, if you choose a primitive data type, the value you are assigning, okay? If you choose the data type, primitive data type, the value you are assigning must be what type of value? Mathematical value. Single mathematical value you must assign. Next, if you choose a reference data type, what is the value you must assign? What the value must assign? Mathematical value can I assign? No. You must assign. Assign means use the value there. You must assign one object reference. All the people know how to create an object. Object is created by using new keyword. Object is created by using new keyword. New keyword. Right. Now, with this knowledge, I want to develop one small program to make you understand variable chapter. Okay, up to now theory completed. Let us enter into practicals. Variables. Okay, even though you know variables, okay, even though you know variables topic, but definitely you are going to learn something new in a systematic way. Please try to concentrate. File, new, Java. Okay, after these 2-3 chapters completed, I'll start use Eclipse. Variables, methods. After variables and methods completed, I'll start teaching you Eclipse. Through Eclipse, I will teach you. We'll start Eclipse very soon in our batch. Eclipse, then following by some more chapters completed, IntelliJ. Okay, again we will come back to Edit Plus, again Eclipse, again IntelliJ, NetBeans. Okay, all 3 IDEs we will, do pachadi, chutney. Okay, we'll mix it. Okay, fine. Yeah, once a video is streamed, I don't remove it. It will be there in YouTube as it is. It will not be removed. So now class, what the problem coming, Tushar? Edit Plus giving what problem? Class. What the name of the class? Shall I take as a test01? Because of first program, we are going to develop several programs here. Test01 I want to take. Okay, test01. Then main method. Inside main method, I am trying to create a variable. I want to take a variable name as, let's say, P. Okay, now let's take a P. Tell me now. This P is a variable. If we just write a P, will it completed? Okay, it will be compiled. Save it. Test01. Let me save this program first. D drive, 11 AM, variables, test0. Save it. Array, if license expired, just drag down. I told you, Nana. Now tell me, compiler confused. Array, what is that P? Okay, semicolon expected. Sorry, I place semicolon. If I place semicolon, compiler confused. Okay, not a statement. P semicolon. Okay, what the meaning of it's not a statement. Now I want to say, Babu, P is a variable meant for storing value. In the Python, you can write directly P equal to 20. Python is a dynamic typed programming language. But Java is not a dynamic typed programming language. It is a static typed programming language. Okay, if you write here P equal to 10, compiler asking, hey, where you created variable above? This is not a variable creation statement. It is a variable assignment statement. You are storing value in the P. Where you created P variable, show me. In the above line or in the same line or in the above line, you didn't create P variable. Sorry, I didn't find. It will throw error. Cannot find symbol P equal to 10. Okay, cannot find symbol P equal to 10. Look at that. Cannot find symbol variable P in the class test0. Java is a statically typed programming language. That means you have to specify data type explicitly by programmer. In Python, now the variable type isn't decided automatically by compiler. It infer the type from the value. Infer means what? Take. It take the value from the value. It take the type. It will take the type from the assigned value. Then is a what type? Third operation is what? P variable type become what? Given value. In which background? convert this
Store
statement
given
as
value in which
int p
format?
equal to 10.
Who?
Everyone
Python
should
compiler,
answer already, you know.
Python
It's a
compiler,
revision
because some
only.
of the people
Store
are learning
given value in
Python,
which
so I
format?
want to give clarity. Wherever Python, Java, confusion there, I'm going to talk that confusion point also, right? So p equal to 10, but in Java, you must specify int data type explicitly. Then only program will be compiled. Press any key to continue. Compile
Good morning,
successfully
guys. Are you
now.
able to hear me?
Press any key to continue. Meaning is what? Program compiled successfully. Then executed successfully. Hello world coming. That means what? This line no problem, and the next line executed. Then what happened at this line number?
Okay, now
What
listen.
happened at this line number? Compiler software checking the syntaxes.
I want you start watching
Compiler software checking syntaxes.
modifiers and
Compiler
accessibility
is checking
modifiers
syntaxes.
videos. I hope
And
you didn't watch these
JVM,
videos, right?
JVM allocating memory.
forgot
Are you
to
ready
share
to
this
think
one.
like a compiler and JVM?
I given this
Come
one.
on, come on, buddy. Come on,
problem.
buddy. Tell me.
I
Are
want
you
to
ready to
watch
think like a compiler
these
and JVM?
videos,
I need your
modifiers and
cooperation.
accessibility
If you are not
modifiers.
supporting, I cannot do anything. JVM,
Okay.
JVM. What you do? Allocates memory.
By the time
So
I
all these points in
came
data
to
type
this,
chapter you have
variables
learned, but
chapter,
quickly I want to revise,
okay, by
and
the
then
time
as
I
part
finish
of the
this
story
reading
I
and
I
time
want to
values
make them
chapter, I come
available,
to
right?
variables
Int
and
p
types
equal to
of
10,
variables
10 when
chapter.
you create,
I am
compiler
expecting
software
all you
compile
people
successfully,
finish
JVM
these
software
two
executed
videos
successfully,
and
but
should
I want to
remember every
visualize how
point,
compiler
whatever I
compiled.
explained there.
I want to visualize how JVM executed. For
Okay.
making the program
On
compile
these
and execute
modifiers and
visualize,
accessibility
let me try to
modifiers,
give the
there are some 20 to
compiler
25
JVM
questions are
eyes
there.
to you.
All those
As
20,
a
25
compiler, you
questions I
must
will
see.
ask you
As a
before
JVM,
moving
you
into
must
next
see.
chapter.
Simple. When you are
So
in
you
front
have
of
to
your
prepare
father,
notes
father eyes,
and you
father
have
feelings
to
will
by
come.
heart
When
remember
you are
every
looking in
point.
front of your mother, mother eyes, mother feelings will come. When you
Is it
look in
clear?
front of lover, lover feelings will come. Yes or no? Same points here. When you look at
After
the program,
completing
when you see the program,
these
you must
modifiers
get a
and
word
accessibility
compiler
modifiers,
JVM
then you need to
feelings.
start
When you see
watching
compiler
variables
apply the
next
4 rules
videos.
here.
Okay, I
Rule
will
number
tell you
1,
that when to watch. First you finish them.
data type is
Once you
valid or
complete them,
not.
then you have to
First it
move
is
this.
verifying data type valid or not. Next it is
Okay, now
verifying the variable identify rules following or not. Identify
I have not
rules
shared 2 links,
following or
but you
not.
only
The
same
next
link again and
the
again I
assigned
share
value
that.
the
Yeah.
assigned value is of p type int type or not, in its range or not.
The class I
Okay,
taught in
so
the
these are the 4
regular
rules applied.
session you
Let us try
don't
to
find
verify
in
all the
YouTube.
4 rules.
Okay, you have to come
Observe now first
daily.
rule
You
I'm
attend.
checking now here. In place of int I'm writing int 1. When I write int 1, compiler is
Mohsin,
first
why you are
taking the
confused,
data type
Nana?
and going
You
to
first
data
complete this
types
video. I
keywords
shared
list.
this
How many
video,
primitive
one
data types
video of
keywords list
variable.
it has predefined?
Okay, because this
Now
video
8 data types keywords
some
are there.
parts already have
Byte, short,
explained. You first
into, long,
complete this
float,
video,
double, char, boolean.
remaining
So
part,
now this
and then
keyword,
start
this
watching
word
this
is not comes under
video.
any of these keywords.
Understand?
That means it is not a primitive data
It is
type.
a 2
Then
videos.
remaining
It's
is what?
a
Reference
playlist.
data type. Reference data types are
It's a
predefined or
playlist.
user
Okay,
defined?
you
User
have 2
defined.
videos.
With the name int1,
Session 1,
there
session 2.
should be
Session
a
1 is
class or
concept.
interface
Session 2
or
is
enum
complete
or
and break questions.
annotation. We have not created anything. Hence, compiler will throw error. Compiler will throw error.
my
So
point?
look at there. Compiler throwing error. What, Nana?
My
Look at there.
network
Cannot
slow
find
na or,
symbol class
Google
into
YouTube
1.
slow na? I don't
Cannot find
understand. Yeah.
symbol class into 1. Into
My
1 is considered as a class
speed.co.in.
name. Oh, into 1 is a class. Okay, chalo, commented. So first rule number 1, compiler verifying. What the rule number 1? Rule number 1, compiler verifying type available or not. Type available or not. Type is not available. Compiler throwing error. Rule number 1. Next, rule number 2. Type int is available. I am taking 1p equal to 10. Tell me, 1p, is it a valid identifier? Already we discussed identifier chapter. 1p, is it a valid identifier? No. Rule number 2. Rule number 2. Rule number 2. Rule number 2 is verifying identifier. Identifier and name. Is name valid or not? Name valid or not? So identifier cannot starts with a number. Identifier cannot contain special characters. So compiler throw error. Identifier expected, not a statement semicolon. Okay, now I'm writing p1. P1, is it valid? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm writing p at the rate. Is it
Fine.
valid?
So
No.
now I
It
want
is
you
throwing
watch
error.
these 2
Identifier
videos.
expected. What is this? I don't understand. So it is not allowed. Identifier rule. Third rule. Try to observe now. I am writing p only correctly.
So I want
no
you
problem. Compile successfully.
watching.
P only written or a p already
Okay.
there. Enter. Let me take q. let me take
I
Q,
want to
Q,
start
Q,
watching
Q. Let
these
me work
videos.
with Q.
So what I want
so
you
that
to
we
do
don't have confusion with the
please
compiler.
continue watching
Q1,
this video
Q.
and finish
Now
it.
tell me, Q I am writing here. Q equal to 10 if you write, no error. But now I am trying to take here value 10.5. Below.
Okay, can you
10.5
please
have
continue
written. Is it
complete
allowed
this
or not
video,
allowed? Oh, no, no, I don't want to take
complete this
10.5.
video,
I want to
variable
take
video,
true.
and
Is it true? Compatible?
and you
No.
start
Now
this
checking what?
video. Okay,
Value
tomorrow
type.
I will continue
Value
reading
type
runtime value chapter remaining.
compatible or not. Value type
Is it
compatible
clear
or
to
not.
all?
It's not compatible. So throwing error. Incompatible type. Look at there. Incompatible
Variable
type.
types are
Boolean
variables.
cannot be
Session
converted
1.
to
All the
int.
people continue
Clearly
now. Finish
compiler
it out.
clearly giving the error
To
message.
continue variables
Boolean cannot be
chapter second
converted to
video,
int. It is giving error
I
like this.
want you
Then what to do now? Silently
complete
you
this
comment. Next,
modifiers
let
and
me
types of
understand rule number
modifiers.
4. This is the
So
rule
you
number
start
2.
after this video completed.
Rule
You
number
start this
3.
one, okay?
And then
Tomorrow
let's go for
I'll
rule
start
number
reading
4.
runtime
What the rule number
values.
4?
Today I'm not
Observe.
taking
I
class
am
further,
writing
okay?
here 10.
You
10
please
is within a
spend the
range
time
of
on this
int.
video,
No
finish
problem.
it.
Compile successfully.
Is everyone
But I am
clear?
writing here 10.5. 10.5 is a double number. Double number is compatible. No problem. Double number is compatible to type. But if you try to store 10.5, this 0.5 value is losing.
So because
There is a
now we have
possible
only
loss
20,
of
25
value.
minutes.
If you store this 10.5 in this variable, there is a possible loss of value, right? So compiler throwing error. Incompatible
command line
types.
arguments
What?
application
Possible
to complete
lossy
need 1.5
conversion
hour.
from double to int.
We'll
Okay,
see tomorrow.
possible loss of
Quickly.
conversion from double to int is a compiler throwing error. Any of you remember? Any
Yeah.
of you remember? If you want
So
to
go
solve
ahead
this
and
error, what
try
to
to
do?
finish this video.
Value range, value type range, value type range. What is the rule number 4? Value type range must be less than or equals to variable type range. Variable
all.
type
Bye.
range. These are the 4 rules compilers verify the syntax. Compiler checking syntax by following below 4 rules. Compiler checks, compiler checks syntax, compiler checks syntax by following below 4 rules. If all 4 rules are valid, then the statement successfully compiled. Tell me, I wanted to compile this statement. Is it possible or not? Yes. Int q equal to by using cast operator of 10.5. And tell me, by using cast operator 10.5, I am allowing the compiler, a compiler which you can remove that 0.5 and store only 10 in the queue. Allowed. Successfully compiled. Okay, but 10 only will be there. Tell me, can I use a cast operator for incompatible types? PQR, let me take a int of, can I use true? Incompatible as conversion purpose, can I use a cast operator? No, compiler will throw error. Already we have tested this point in the data type chapter. Okay, all people understand? So these are the points we need to follow. While when you see the variable, if your eyes are compiler eyes, immediately your eyes will be applied all these 4 rules and taking the decision program compiled or not. If you want to pass written test exam, you have to first verify compiler related all algorithm rules and syntax checking knowledge you must have. That is the target. Okay, we have to follow compiler thinking. Then following by, we have to think about JVM. Tell me, boss, JVM what it will do? JVM activity what? JVM activity is what? JVM is responsible for JVM is responsible for allocating memory based on the data type size. For example, if I create variable byte b1 equal to 5, what it will do? Background, it creates b1. Okay, it creates a variable with how many bytes of memory? 1 byte of memory based on the data type. What the data type? Byte. Byte memory is what? 1 byte. And name this memory with the name b1. Already following up? This is the very, very basic fundamental chapter. If you get the clarity here, you can play with object oriented programming next sessions. You can play kabaddi. Okay, chedugudu. Okay, you can play like anything. Please focus. B1 variable. So what JVM will do? JVM will verify. compiler verification completed. JVM now started allocating memory. It allocates 1 byte of memory at some base address, let's say 100. You can take 100 as a base address somewhere, and then now it named the memory with the B1 and store the value what? 5. Inside it stored the value called 5. Clear my point? Byte B1 equal to 5. Then if you create a variable of short, if you create a variable of short S1 equal to some value 7, then what JVM will do? JVM will create one more memory at some address, let's say 200 address, with what the size of the memory? 2 bytes. 2 bytes, because short memory is what? 2 bytes. And then now it will name it as a S1 and store the value what? 7. Okay na? Okay na? All are you following? Right. Then now I have a small question. Sir, 5 will be stored as a 5. Will compiler store, compiler activity, allocate memory, store, allocate memory, 3 activities. Compiler perform 3 activities. First one is what? First one is what? Allocate memory or reserve memory, whatever. You can take any word. Allocate memory. How many bytes of memory? Allocate 1 byte of memory. And then next one is what? Next one is what? Comma. Name it with the given name. Name it with the given name. And then third operation is what? Store given value in which format? Store given value in which format? Everyone should answer. Already you know. It's a revision only. Store given value in which format? Directly in the decimal format? No. Store in a binary format. Binary format. Store in a binary format means background JVM converts that 5 to zeros and ones of 1 byte. People who don't know how to convert binary format, please try to concentrate 1 second. Look at there. First, take the value 5. Take the value 5. There are 2 ways of conversion. I'll teach both the ways. Okay, take the value 5. Divide the value 5 by 2. 2 2's are what? 4. Remaining is what? 1. And next 2 2's are what? 2 1's are what? 2. Remaining is what? 0. Then you have to collect from bottom to top, and right left to right. 1 0 1. Okay, bottom to top collect and right left to right. Okay, 1 0 1. Then tell me, if you say 1 byte memory, 1 byte memory means what? No, 8 bits. 1 byte memory means 8 bits. Right? How many 8 bits means what? 8 zeros and ones. Right? Wherever you want to consider value, there you should write 1. Wherever you don't want to consider value, there you should write what? Zeros. And tell me, 1 0 1, remaining left side, how many bits more required to fill? 8 bits means what? 8 locations now. 1 2 3. Okay, let me write like this. Already 1 bit completed. 1. Let me take blue color. 1, and then what? 2, and then what? 3. 3 bits are filled. Remaining 4 5 6 7. Somewhere you write 8. Following YouTube people, following right? 1 0 1, then 0. Remaining all bits you fill with what? 0 0 0. This is the real memory. Okay na? This is a real memory. 8 bytes. Sorry 8 bits. 8 bits. 8 bits means what? 1 byte memory. Right? So okay, no problem. 8 or 9, no need to worry much. Okay. Then next, try to answer. The second way of converting the number into binary. Okay. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, 2 power 7. Okay, right, 2 power 7. So these are the 8 bits na. 8 bits. Then what the meaning of 2 power 0? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Okay, now convert that. Now, which digits you have to consider to make the number 5? those digits you write as 1. I need 4 plus 1, 5. 1, 1. Remaining all you fill with 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is the another way. So there are two ways of converting a decimal number to binary number. One way, first way, this is the easiest way. First way, division by 2. Second way, just try to concentrate on these digits, and then what are the digits you need to consider to bring the decimal number? The digits you take as 1. Remaining all fill with what? 0. Okay, na? Fine. Up to now comfortable? So this is how. So what JVM will do? JVM perform 3 activities. What the 3 activities JVM will perform? Allocate 1 byte of memory based on the data type. Name that memory with the given name of B1 and store the given value 5 in the binary. Same point will be applied here. So here what it will do? Allocate 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes of memory, and second, name it with the given name B1, and here given name what? S2, and store the given value in the binary format, zeros and ones. Right? Simple point, simple point. I hope up to now all you comfortable. So these are the primitive data type variables memory creation. I want to cover both. I want cover both primitive variable. Okay. So now just a simple one variable created, and then now how the compiler working, how the JVM activity is doing, I clearly told. Then now let me try to work with a referenced variable, because I need to create 2 variables now, primitive variable and reference variable. 2 variables I have to create. Tell me, how can I create primitive variable, reference variable? Referenced variable means reference data type. Okay, referenced variable is nothing but reference data type. What the reference data types? Basic reference data type I want to take 2, array and class. Array and class. Tell me, I want to take one array. Into array, IA equal to floor bracket 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, right. Quickly we are understanding all points. Int array IA equal to floor bracket. Tell me, what will we do here? Again, compiler, syntax checking, and JVM memory allocation. Okay, compiler, syntax checking, JVM memory allocation, right? Tell me, what compiler will check? I'm not going to write every point now, you should understand. What compiler will do? Compiler checking data type int available or not? Yes. Next, IA, identifier rules are following or not? Yes. Then now this is array syntax starting floor bracket grouping. Inside array, all locations are of what type? All locations are of what type? Int. Hence, each value are of int type values or not? Yes. Program compiled successfully. Program compiled successfully. Then what JVM will do? JVM allocates memory. Now you are going to learn some new points, Buji. You are going to learn some new points now. Look at there. First, IA variable memory created. Everyone answer. How much size? What the size of this memory? What the size of this memory? This IA variable is what type of variable? Primitive or reference? B1, B2 are what variables? Primitive variables. But IA is called referenced variable because the variable is created by using referenced data type. So it is called what? Referenced variable. What the size of this referenced variable? Okay, you question yourself. What is a value is coming and storing in this variable? In this variable, the value coming and storing is object reference. Na? Tell me, what the reference of the object? What is this? This is nothing but integer. This is nothing but integer. In integer, what type of value? Int. Integer is what type of value in Java? Int. Int occupy how many bytes? 4 bytes. 4 bytes of memory. Tell me, referenced variable is created with how many bytes of memory? 4 bytes. Okay na? Okay na? Up to now comfortable na? Right. Then following by floor bracket, whenever it see, now compiler software creates one memory. Then with how many locations? JVM, just not compiler, sorry, JVM. JVM, when I see the floor bracket or open bracket, then immediately it feels that, oh, it is an array object. With how many locations? What type of array? Int array. Int array. How many locations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 locations array created. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the given values are stored here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. then reference 1010 written by assignment operator and stored in IA1, IA and pointing to it. This is the JVM work. Babu, am I going fast? Am I going fast? All are you able to understand clearly? Simple na? Already we discussed in data type chapter na? So it's just a simple revision to put all the points in a proper order. Somebody click on raise button so that I can see your comments. Okay, right. So all the people are following, clear? Any doubts? Up to now, everything is clear, I hope, right? So what is compiler activity? Checking syntax. What is JVM activity? Allocating memory. Just it's a revision, right? Then now tell me. Here if you carefully observe, then now try to answer. I am writing some statement. Now observe. Int array IA1 equal to, I am writing floor bracket 5. Is it allowed? Yes. This array is what type of array? Int array. Then 5 is what type? Is this 5 what type? It is of int type. No problem, compile. Now comma. Everyone answer. Single quote A. Babu Bujji. Single quote A I have written. Bolo bolo. Is it allowed or not allowed? Vishnu. Sakshi. You are the first giving answer, people, and perfectly give wrong answer. Vishnu and Sakshi always will give first answer but wrong answer. Come on, before giving answer, think single quote A and tell me this is a memory. Here one memory na, this is a memory na, this is a one memory location created of what type memory? Int type memory na, int type memory created, right? Int type memory created. In the int type memory, what value can be stored? Either int or lesser range values. I told you, right? In a memory, we can store same type or it's a lesser type. And tell me, character, char is a lesser than int, right? We return a table, no? Gajni fellows, forgot, Gajni? Byte to short to int to long to float to double, char to int. We return diagram. And long can be stored in float, but float cannot be stored in long, even though ranges are different. We discussed a lot of test cases, right? Now tell me, here single quote A, allowed or not allowed? Always allowed. Will give but first single quote A stored, but no. What is stored internally? It's a int value stored 97 will be stored. Int value 97 stored. Tell no problem. This is a memory. Here one memory. Compile successfully. This is a memory. Now I am taking. This is another memory location. IA2 equal to what type single code A comma int type memory. 10 int type memory created, right? Allowed or not allowed? Int type memory created. In the int type memory, allowed or not allowed? Can be stored. Not allowed. 10L is a long. Long is higher range than int. Lesser range values I told you, right? In a memory, clearly we can store same type or conversion lesser type long to int. Character, location type is what? Is lesser than int, right? Is what? Long cannot be fit in the int range. It is throwing error.